He has a dreadful piece of stocking hanging right over his face, and he's been unable to eat because he's been swimming around in the water like this for at least 3 days. After a monumental effort, I've managed to catch him. He has no hope at all of getting it off, and he would have starved to death very quickly. There you go. Just sit down there and be good. Sit down there and be good. And you can see this stocking very clearly is right around the serrations on the end of this bird's beak, and it's those serrations that prevent him from getting it off. He has no hope at all. So we'll get that off now. Look at that. It took so little effort for me to remove that, and yet this poor little chap, he would have had no hope on his own. Alright, that's starting to come. Okay, so that's off the top beak. And be careful, as soon as this comes off he's going to be into meat straight away. So I don't really want to get bitten or stabbed, because that would be most unpleasant. The last little bit. Okay, now you're free of all that. That's better, eh? Now I'm going to take this bird to hospital. He's been without food for a little bit too long. I just want to have him checked, but more than anything I want to have him force fed for a day or two to put on a little bit of weight and muscle. Today I'm back at the lake where our little friend lives, and after a few days in hospital, plenty of good food and some rest and rehab, the data is ready to go. So I'm going to do a soft release straight out of the box. Very excited to have her back. You ready to go? Well, that went very well. She's dived under the water, and I suspect that's the last we'll see of our bird for quite some time. Just when it looked like everything was back to normal, I can see that a monumental fight is taking place down the front here on the lake, and I'm reminded that this is wildlife we're dealing with. Our data had owned this lake, and another bird has come in the 3 days that our creature has been in hospital and has tried to take over, and they've just discovered each other, and so we're just going to have to wait on the outcome. Well, that's a great relief. It looks like our bird has triumphed, and I can't see the other creature at all. That's under the water somewhere. It'll surface later, and it will fly off and probably go to the lake that's immediately adjacent. But our bird is now making its way towards the platform, and it will claim its dominance of the lake. The cycle is complete.